Hello and welcome back to DevCast Ops. This evening we are going to be sort of provisioning Vault in GCP with the idea of kind of doing it in a home lab setup. So at the moment we have absolutely nothing and we're going to build from the ground up, stealing some code from various places that we've used before. So I'm joined tonight by Wally, who will be driving, and James, who will be here for technical assistance.
Nice one. Trying
to practice professional intros.
I like it.
That's right. That's not way.
Wow. Much better. So basically the code that we're going to be using for everything is literally from Factorio, at least in terms of Terraform. So right now what I've done is I'm just authenticating through GCP. Sorry. So I'm able to run a GCP commands through my terminal, and Terraform also will be able then to connect to GCP. But now I've authenticated, I just need to set the project, which I don't know anymore.
DevCast Ops.
I think
Is it not the ID?
It should be in the Terraform already.
Oh, okay. Let's check out the Terraform code then. All right, so this is the Terraform code that's supposed to provision an instance for us. Let's look at the conf. Yeah, you're right. So we have that already here. We are not using Terraform Cloud today, so everything is the state file is gonna be local. This should be hopefully the quickest part because we plan on just deploying what do you call it? Just an instance, and then the main focus should be us provisioning the Vault. So moving on to this, I'm just trying to understand what I'm looking at.
Yeah, so the saved disk and the attached disk, you can get rid of this because the reason they're there is because when we stream games, we want to be able to have the saved data safe or not tied to the instance. And so the idea is we create a separate disk, mount that to the instance, and then we can destroy the instance and not have to worry. And we have the disk there, so it allows us to scale up and scale down our instance depending on how intensive our gaming is and have that disk separate.
So basically I can get rid of storage as well then.
Yeah, you can get rid of storage.
Yeah, and then the output, what are we getting in here? Local file inventory, and then you get in the private IP. Cool. Where are we setting the private IP?
It should be in variables.
Really? Oh yes, you are. And James kindly noted that I should be setting this as
whatever you want.
Yeah.
there's two IPs it cannot be. Don't use either of those two.
Oh, oops.
Yeah. You can be 65.
It should be 60. Should be fine. Am I gonna need game? Let's find out. Let me just call it Vault. Yeah, let me call it Vault for now, just in case. Okay.
We're still talking about a game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, do we have any more games in here? Nope. Okay. Vault. Okay, so I didn't even read the whole line, by the way. The vault that the server will be hosting.
You can probably delete that variable.
For now, I'll wait to see. I need to know what it was using there for, because as you can see here, there's already an error in the main file. So
it was used for firewall rules. So that will be, you might need, I guess you probably will need it. It was, so did the firewall rules via tags for this. So I set up a tag group for this, which was like the game tagged it. And then there's, because we're routing it through Cloudflare, essentially said any traffic from source Cloudflare network to this box on this port or to any box using this tag can come through on UDP and then the port for Factorio. Yeah, so you'll need to remap that to TCP and the port for Vault.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I'm not on the latest Terraform version, but that should be all right. So, and then
Two
the next
minor versions is probably fine.
And so this part actually grabs my public key, which is one of the main reasons we are running it locally. So what's in the data? We have client OpenID user info, me. We'll find out why in a minute. Locals, I get this, split it up. And then now, all right, so here we have the instance. We call it Vault Disk 1 project. Okay, so the image is fine, I guess. Read, write. Can IP be forwarded? Deletion false or unable. All right. Those labels. Okay. Gaming. Huh. Vault.
The department's vault. The department would be like core.
I can
Okay.
always fix these later. But
Yeah.
we're going to destroy this instance at the end of today's stream, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yes.
Are you having your vault tag is vault?
Sorry, what?
It should be application equals vault if you're going to swap that out.
Or delete that tag.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll change that. I have to change this everywhere else first. Application. There we go. And then 4. Happy. All right. Now, machine.
Can you delete access config line 33 to 35?
All right, so we're working ourselves up, right? So we are on 29 to 30 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a bit way advanced for us. So now we're on machine type. Are we happy with keeping it standard for now?
That will be far bigger than what we need for today's demo. So, or like, it's not going to be an issue. It's not. I think it's two core 16 gig.
I mean, it's
yeah.
fine. We're still on free trial.
Yeah, so that'll be plenty.
All right, cool. Wait, we're still on free trial. You mean our budget is going lower and lower?
Oh, can you change that network IP to actually be the variable?
Network IP. Wait, that's the same thing I just said somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
IP.
This was hashed together to work quickly.
delete line 33 to 35.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask about this, but why are we having premium network tier?
We don't.
When
This is when
it was public networking.
I see.
That gives it a public IP address, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Because when I set this up initially, I just used the Terraform generate from the portal. Did that. So it came with a premium networking by default.
So for the next part on host machine migrate there, we have that shielded instance config. I'm happy to leave it as it is for now.
Yep.
Metadata though. So you're using your username in here as well for that, whereas mine is a bit different, right?
So that's pulled from data. So your GCP login should give you your username from your email, and that should match to the SSH, and then it's coded to your SSH key. So in theory, anyone using GCP should be able to use this code to spin up a VM and connect with their SSH key, providing they have network access through it.
Mm-hmm.
Just delete the G from that.
Yeah, we're not gaming on Vault. If we ever do a Vault Hunters stream, it's going to get really confusing.
I was just about to even ask what was that even? What does the G stand for? But that makes sense. Our last topic for update, true. All right, so now the firewall part, I'm happy to leave as it is because that's how we have.
Are you happy to leave it as it is?
Says name. We're creating a new firewall for Vault. We use the main network. Ports, no. Vault, yeah.
8200.
Do you also need to allow 22?
No,
no, because we can SSH through the console, right?
The Cloudflare networking, the way our firewall is set up is any
Yes.
server that's deployed into the main network can be SSH to via Cloudflare at the moment. Maybe in future we'll lock
Yes.
that down. There's one other problem with that firewall rule though, Wally.
Yeah, 8201.
The line above.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll change that in a minute. But you know when we do HTTPS with
Yeah,
Vault,
8201 at the moment. We
Yeah.
could potentially remap it to 8200, but having both open is not a terrible idea, unless there.
and then this one would be, I don't know what this one is.
TCP.
Can you change it in
TCP.
the script?
Sorry, what?
TCP.
TCP.
Also in the description, can you change it from UDP to TCP?
Access for Vault Play.
Happy.
Good thing about find and replace.
It did a good job actually. No, not gonna lie. Source tags. Are we happy for? Oh yeah, that's the tag you created. Okay.
If you remove that tag, you can't access this box anymore.
That's why I said I got it. And then I think that's everything we've been through now.
Spin it up and see what happens.
Yeah, just need to see where we're using this file.
Ansible.
Yeah, we'll write it.
Oh, it's in output. Output is using it.
Oh,
And then
so
Ansible cares about it.
Grabs it then. Okay. Is this clear or should I make it bigger?
If you make it a little bit bigger, I think that would help a little bit. But it always just compresses when you run, and then when it stops, we can read it again.
All right. From init. Oh, this is what I like to do first, though. I am pretty sure I set up aliases, but for the demo purposes, I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. So let's do FNT first. I can see Barnaby didn't do any FMT.
Or all the stuff you've done.
Remap the main file.
I didn't add anything into it. I removed. So it's okay though. We forgive you.
If I hadn't done any, all the other files would be busted as well, because I never bothered to format until I never care about formatting myself. I just let Terraform do it.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so
man, bold.
Sorry, what did you say?
No plan, straight to apply.
So, as a as a trainer, I would definitely suggest to use a plan first. But for this demo purpose, where we are fully aware,
I disagree with that. Like, it's showing you the plan and saying, "Are you happy with this? Yes or no?" What's the point in seeing the plan twice?
That's exactly where I was going. But yes, thank you, James. Are you happy, Barnaby? All right, cool. Anyway, so we have the firewall rules. We have the instance test with my key, and then that should be it. Yep. All right.
We'll be able to SSH. So I wonder if your username in Google will be Wally.Salami or if it will just be Wally.
We'll find out because I don't know myself. James will know.
There is a command I can run to get that information, but it's
don't worry,
weird.
we'll figure it out in a minute. Error create instance, invalid field labels.
Oh yeah, because your username has a dot in it. I didn't think about that. So you'll need to go
really funny.
Why does it? You know what? For the sake of this, where's my username being added?
You'd just be better to strip it out. It's not that one. It's failing. It's the.
Oh.
He's being lazy and hard coding it.
hard code it into labels is where you need to do it.
Hold
Creation user that it's failing, and
yeah. Where did you put labels? Did you put in locals? Yeah.
No,
so locals is what calls it all. So you should just edit this one, and everything calls from this one.
Yeah. So it's coming from here, right? This is where we grab their username from. So rather than instead of that,
you guys should really set up GCP login, user login.
Yeah, we definitely should. Wait, doesn't your username have a dot in it?
No, I'm just wondering. That's what I thought.
Huh?
I have no surname in my email.
What? Okay, we're just gonna have to quickly take a 2 minutes break while we double check something because this is messed up. Hold on. Console.cloud. I think that's what it's called. All right, let's quickly go to G-Cloud. Where is my name? How do you even see who you are here, man?
Top right, the green circle, you can see who you are.
Yeah, but Barnaby, do you have it like this? It should be like this for all of us, right? Because it's through our email.
I love the fact it's blurred.
Yeah, dot, right?
No.
He has no dot.
Wait, I'm gonna change mine now. I'm gonna change mine because I don't know why there's a surname in mine. To be fair, it's not because I rather be able. This is why I can't log into service. Anyways, for now, I'm just gonna leave it as this. And yeah,
it has to match your GCP user. So I'll be intrigued if this actually works.
No, it doesn't. For the metadata, you're just telling it a name and a SSH key, aren't you?
It won't have sudo permissions.
Yes. Unless I know I'm good. Yeah, if it doesn't work, I'll change it.
Yeah, it was just the labels that were complaining about it, not the SSH key. But I don't know what your default user that would be created by Google Cloud would be.
We'll find out in a minute. So now, actually, let me log in through here so it's easier. Oopsie, I'm trying to make it bigger. There we go. Should be big enough.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
I keep messing up the keyboard stuff. All right, fingers crossed. Yay! But I won't have root access. You said, right?
I don't think so. You give it a go. It might have mapped correctly, but I don't think it will. No, it did work.
Yeah, that block is like, please make this user and this key.
I was having fiddling with it earlier the other day, but I think it was maybe because I created the box SSH through Google Console, added my own SSH key to authorized keys, and then didn't do the bar sudo stuff.
I would recommend though we should set up user creds at some point, so all of us just by default will have access because we have access to GCP.
Oh, this is so cool! I just got what this did. I was like, wait, I never created this bar.
This is me being lazy and deving quickly and didn't want to.
No, that makes sense. This is perfect. Well done.
But it's now private IP, so it's less crazy than it was before.
Yeah, because it pulled the public IP initially of the box when it was just created automatically. And it got a random public IP. It would update the Ansible script for it each time. If you were being clever about this, although I'm not sure how you do dynamic inventory for cloud, I don't know how well that will work with the private IPs.
Yeah, through dynamic inventory, you can grab the private IP address. You can kind of like, it returns an object, and then within that object, you can tell it what parts you care about, all through the Ansible script.
Do you guys hear that as well?
Yes.
Do we know where it's coming from?
If you can hear it, it's probably Barnaby. It's the who can't hear it game.
Oh, fair.
Give me a second, I'll see if I can fix it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh wow.
so much cleaner.
Much better.
Is it back or is it no?
Still maybe a little bit.
So this is me being lazy now because it's a Hashi product. The setup we have a play for that. Actually, would I call it play? We have a role, no task.
Well,
Yeah, role for that. So I'm just gonna look for that role that gets it. Nope. It must be not all. Come on, maybe. Let's see. Yep, this is it. So for now, are we gonna need handlers here as well?
Yes. Well, it depends what you're trying to do in this particular answerable play, but probably if you're doing any configuration of service files or configuration files in this play, you'll need handlers because essentially if you're changing something that needs a service restart, you should do it by a handler rather than task.
There. All right, let's do that. Yeah, I made a mistake just now. Need to create a new folder first. This one would be everything is set up really.
Your inside inventory, you should be at the top level. So you need to create a roles directory.
Yeah.
And then put them in there.
Also, and then inside the roles, what I'm trying to figure out is the name of the role itself, because everything is going to be called setup. But this one is...
You might want like hardening, install and config, potentially, or hardening and just setup. So there's some things you'll do kind of that aren't Vault related, or we might do in future stuff like setting swappiness, turning off swappiness and stuff like that. Although for Raft's backing, which I think is the plan for this cluster, we want swappiness.
Okay, so hardening is fine then, I guess.
No, you just surely this is just like setup Vault or just like Vault. Because aren't we just gonna have one role for most things? Because it's just there's not a lot to setting up Vault by default.
Okay.
Start off with Vault, maybe come back and add. Yeah, I guess it'd be nice if we had like a general hardening playbook that we just ran against all of our servers. So just like these are the stuff that we don't need that increase risk. Oh, I managed to break Vault quite spectacularly today. I was generating audit data for someone, and I was like, oh, I just wrote a Python script to do it. And the first bit was like, oh, create namespaces to do it in. And I was like, oh, what should I do? It's like, oh, I'll just put 1,500 namespaces, hit go, it runs it all in all the requests at once in parallel. And funnily enough, I got a lot of 500 errors back. But I did generate the 6,000 audit requests that the person was interested in viewing. Well, they were complaining.
Make 6,000 namespaces and watch Vault fall over.
They were complaining that I think the way they had because we were looking at forwarding logs to an external source for processing audit logs. So we're doing it via syslog to decouple the risk of an audit device not being available and then being able to forward logs. It also allows you to encrypt your logs and your audit messages in transit because the socket ones don't, which I never understand why. So anyway, but there's a minimum number of events before it starts forwarding set to 100. I was like, I'm just going to blow past this limit, so there's no chance that I didn't trigger it. And it can be messy.
Well, what are you currently up to?
Just give me a second. Pass on this. Okay, so I just realized that I have this duplicated. That's why I was confused. What? Just want to make sure I copy them in the right directories. Okay, so now we have inventory. I want it. Paste. Nope.
These should all live within roles Vault.
Yeah, so within roles vault, this is where we have, and then this is where, oh, I know why. I copied the wrong stuff. So this is what I was selecting. That's why I was copying them again. I was like, what?
Oh, you
But
want create
it makes sense now. So paste. Just, I could have literally saved my time. This is literally what I was trying to do. Okay. Anything console we want to replace with vault.
all of that is console, I guess, apart from the TLS directories. Set up Vault version.
I don't even know what the latest vault version is.
1.15.1 maybe. I think 1.15.0 was released at last hash. I don't know if they've done a minor release.
It's 1.15.2.
Oh. That's close.
Just one more.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna go for. And then tasks. So let's focus on the task now. Let's finish it off. So for tasks, we have to change name server. Do we need
Nope.
that? Update, yes, always. Wait, is it the same OS?
Doesn't matter. It's Ansible. Oh,
I
think update app. I think apps will work. Was it Yum and Red Hat?
So it's Red Hat, yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at the server code. I think I have.
No, this is not your code. This is not your code.
I mean,
yes,
if
if you
you're
look at my Ansible code for the Factorio server, that will be based on that OS.
you're also logged into the server, you could just type apt.
Oh, am I? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let's see. No, Yum. Yum is found, so it's Yum. Update Yum. Well, does Ansible have a built-in for Yum as well?
Yep.
Probably.
Okay. Is it the same syntax? Because I just did Yum and then update cache through.
Okay.
I don't think you need to worry about that line for Yum.
Yeah, you can probably get it. Try it without. If it breaks, we can add it back in.
Because Yum, you don't normally have to update the cache before you do anything. So just delete those 3 lines.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. So wait, but don't we have to update? No.
No, that is an APT thing.
Okay. And then this one, the when we install in packages, what's the default for?
Ansible.
So
it'll see.
It uses the package manager of the operating system that it's running on.
Oh, perfect then. Okay. All right. Let's replace all the 31 items that says console with Vault. Boom.
And then
done.
we click run and call it a day.
Thanks, James. No, it doesn't work that way. Anyways, we need to speed this up a little bit because ideally I want us to deploy Vault today. So create Vault group, yes. Create Vault user, yes. And then install Vault. Oh, I need a URL for this. Release.
I think that'll be fine, actually.
Yeah,
oh my god, that should be fine. Okay, that's nice. TMP, and then we want a Vault version, unzip Vault. And then are we gonna, just in case, would this work as well in Vault? If
Yep. If you delete the data directory, it will come back up.
Okay, then that's it then. And then here we'll restart Vault as well after we unzip it. Create Vault directory. Yeah, this is where we are now. Create Vault directory, yes. And then command config. Yes, I need to change the command configs.
You probably just want to call it config. Like there's no client, so it's just
Okay. Add Vault config and then add Vault
probably
service.
change the file names as well to just config.
Yes, let's do that. Just to config. Thank you. That makes sense. And then this one, Vault services, Vault service. Perfect. So now let's go into the templates. We'll have rename this to that, and then we'll rename this as well to. Did we just say service? No, vault.
Oh,
The service, and then we don't need this one.
just do that.
Come on, there we go. Move to trash. Now I need to update this too. Ooh,
So in the vault service, find a place where it says console and type in vault. And then, do they remember the vault star command?
Oh, it was vault server. I think it's just vault server, and you give it a config.
Yeah. So and this should be all right then, because the config there should be the same here, and I just need to remember to change. No common. We don't want common there. Anything else? Yep, that should be fine. And now let's get the config.
Now the hard part.
Indeed. All right. Where is my file?
Granted, the vault does give a pretty good like default config.
Yeah.
Unlike console, which seems to be really hard to find, like what a good config looks like.
No, HCP, no. All right. Well, now we run the docs and then install involved. Yes. And then
It's configuration. If you just go overview, there you go.
Steal that.
Now we can read through it and decide if there's anything else we want.
So
we do want a UI. Cluster address is. Are we leaving everything as that local, or should I change it to the IP address?
Local's fine.
Local. Yeah.
Mlock. Oh, storage. What are we doing?
Raft.
Is it called Raft or integrated? Because they've kind of mismatched.
Oh no. Let's find out. Where is Raft? Let me quickly find out Raft.
I think you just Command F on the page you were, it would probably pull it up.
No, I just wanted to see like this. Here, this is it.
Yep.
So, storage.
A fun fact I found out about the way this config works. I made a separate. I made the node ID for config being the name of the server, the IP address of the server, or the host name of the server, or something. So when I deleted the server and restarted it, even though the data still existed, because the node ID had changed, Vault was not happy.
So, yeah. I think the cluster address and the API address should be different because they're what the node will advertise its address as. It's fine for the listener.
But the ports are different.
The ports are fine, but the address currently means you'll only advertise locally. So you need to advertise. You would probably give it the host name, or if we have a DNS for the server, the DNS or the IP.
Okay. So
I can give you a DNS if you want.
Yeah, you can as well. Yep. I'm just grabbing this real quick. So this is the syntax for this part here.
Don't we have a data door being set?
Yeah.
So we have a data, right?
Yeah, be data.
Not the tier.
Oh, did I just pick the wrong one?
No, it's we are setting a data directory, even though it's not a variable. It's OPT Vault D data.
Let's just do
variable.
If you look at the white block, it tells you it.
what do you call it again? OPT, yeah?
There it is.
Yeah, it's that when you start typing it.
Ah, there we go. All right, so that's where we wanted to go to. So this should be everything.
I wonder how many people have Vault servers where their storage is at path to graph storage.
Shall we keep the node ID as it is, or do you want
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, if we were doing a multi-one, we'd need to increment that. Or do it.
All right. In regards to you said IP address and cluster address need to be different.
So the IP address in those should not be localhost. It should be an externally reachable IP address. So that in our case, it would be the local subnet, the private IP that we're using.
Okay.
Or if we had a host name that was DNS resolvable, you put that in there.
There you go. You now have a host name that's DNS resolvable.
What did you call it?
Vault at vault.devcastops.com.
Okay. Should I remove the S for now, right?
Yes, we now have certs.
Okay. So vault dot devcast.
Probably be a job for next time in setting up TLS.
Okay. Should I just give it for both of them then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now listener TCP, we're gonna do it the same as well.
Isn't that 0000?
0.0.0.
Oh, and the port as well.
No.
Port is the same.
Okay. And then
you still want 8200 on the port because that's where it's listening for TCP.
So I should put the port in
Yeah,
there.
the port should stay.
Okay. And then
Doesn't matter for now.
okay, I can leave them as it is right now, right?
I think you need to delete them if you want. Won't it complain the files don't exist?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. Was it TLS disabled or TLS enabled under the listen block?
Yeah,
I was trying to look for that.
There is a block for that. Should be here as well. Right?
TLS disable.
In where?
Under TCP, listener TCP.
Okay, TLS.
TLS underscore disable.
Disable.
Equals true. Nice and secure.
Ooh, telemetry. Let's do this as well.
No, turn it off.
No.
Someday we'll have a telemetry server that can actually accept connections, and then we can play with this. But until that day,
okay, are you sure?
Yes.
Where are you going to fire it?
He's going to send it to himself and just collect it all and store it in a big file.
Go turn. Oh, storage. We have cloud storage in GCP.
There you go. I think this Vault will now on.
All right. All right. Let's test this out.
Because really, within GCP, we should use whatever KMS is for GCP.
Yes.
Ansible. Playbook.
Oh, it is still called KMS.
Is it KMS? Management system?
It is GCPC KMS.
Main.yaml.
Eventually, they're going to form full words with their anagrams.
No module names markup safe.
Okay, where's that coming from?
Probably the main.yaml file.
Oh, guess what?
You didn't do anything.
Too excited.
It's empty. It's an empty main file. So yes, that's why. All right. Host hall, right?
We only have one host, so it doesn't really matter what you say there as long as it's a valid group.
Oh, okay.
don't know, he set it to default, which I think is just local.
Yeah, that's true. He could install Vault on his Mac and it wouldn't work because it would fail when it tried to do a yarn. Well, I wonder what the Ansible actually would Ansible package figure out what the Mac installer would be. There's not really a Mac installer, is there? It brews the closest thing to it.
No module named markup safe.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do that's using a module?
Let's find that. But even then, right? Okay, because that's the same error it's given us before we added this file. Now that this file is in there, it's still giving us that error. So roles is
It's a pip issue.
Vault. Oh,
Can you just go pip install markup safe?
well, this is different. Even though we've been running.
Weren't you running Ansible on the other servers, or were you running them locally previously?
No, I've been running it here through my thing. Yeah, locally. So pip install. Sorry.
Markup safe.
Where's my markup save? There we go.
So this is what happens. This is why there's a whole thing about Python where they want you to use like venv, because if you go markup save equals 2.0.0.
No, so it says requirement already satisfied.
Yes. Can you go double equals 2.0.0?
But why are we doing? Why are we doing?
Because someone on the internet told me this will solve our problems.
Oh dear. Yeah, but my only issue is because it was working fine before. So yeah, there we go. I don't think that's that they lied to you.
Is your Ansible using that version of Python?
That's a very good question. We'll find out. We shall find out. 2.1.
So the problem with Python is if you do any dev in between, you can just like mess up what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last week we did this, and I haven't changed anything since. Nothing has changed. So, hold on. All right. So let's do. How do we even know which version?
Do Ansible playbook -- version?
I wonder.
Or Ansible -- version.
I wonder if it'll be using Python version 2.
Interesting.
Can you go Python 3 -m Ansible -- version?
Ansible.
Ansible and then space -- version. No, sorry, Python 3 -m.
-m.
Yeah. No, then space Ansible and then -- version. So you're Python 3. So I don't know what version of Python Ansible's running. How did you install Ansible?
Probably through Brew.
If you just do pip install markup safe and do the 2 version, that might solve your problem.
Oh, you mean the same thing we just did just now? This part here.
You just do pip
instead of pip 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Oof.
Your regular pip's really not happy.
Well, that's because he doesn't have the packages in which to build safe markup.
Reflag CV issue check. Oh my gosh, that is interesting. Am I using Conda? Is that why? No, it can't be.
Yeah, so Python has this whole like virtual environment stuff it has started wanting you to do, and I think this is the reason. I
So
wonder if it's worth and maybe a good thing for next week. Building a Docker image for Ansible, so we know that it's always going to work.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That's a good shout.
You are rubbing your mic horrendously while by doing that.
By doing, no,
Please
I was
stop.
joking. Apologies. Okay, yeah, this is interesting.
I wonder if you pip3 install Ansible,
Yeah.
that will give you the later Ansible.
This is also a reason why brew for like packages is a little bit iffy sometimes.
But I love it because it makes it so much easier. Just gets you everything you need.
Your pip3 install brew Ansible is just as quick as brew install Ansible.
Brew's great until it doesn't do what you want, and then trying to figure out how to try and force it to do something.
Yep. And this is the first time I'm encountering this. So
I had it with Terraform. It wouldn't upgrade to 1.6. It would only go to 1. It just stayed at 1.5 latest.
I have stopped using Brew for Hashi products. I'll just download from release.
That's what I ended up doing in the end. I was like, I can't be bothered to try and figure out how to force this.
Anything that's like default setting is compile it. It's probably worth using Brew. But things that don't need to be compiled, just put the binary in the right location.
Hey. Yay.
Somehow you uninstalled Ansible in the level.
No, my issue is why is it working now?
Does your terminal run brew update when you start it?
Yeah.
So you have updated something.
Yeah.
In the last.
Every day when I shut down my laptop and turn it back on, TX dev, it does its wonders. But you're right. We should definitely create a Docker file for our environment.
I can extend my weird runner thing I made to work with Ansible.
The keyword there, weird. Not sure.
It lets you in one script run any programming language that I programmed it for. There's
a bold one. If I want to do my MATLAB simulations.
Docker's probably not where you want to be doing MATLAB simulations, but you probably can if it's simulations.
Do nothing in Docker if you try hard enough. Not that it's necessarily the best idea. I can't remember, what was it? At one point I was looking to run Docker in Docker.
Oh god, that's always a bad idea.
Yeah, what was I trying to do? I think I can't remember what it was needed. In the end, I ended up installing something called Multipass, which spins up a bunch of VMs.
What's your error, Wale? It's something going wrong.
So, because obviously we're trying to restart Vault before we even do anything with it, so we probably
restart Vault.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of the notify.
No, notify only hits at the end.
No, but here, look. All right.
It's failing to notify because we don't have the handler. So go to the handlers.
No, this is not there yet, guys. This part is not.
Everything else is finished.
Yeah.
So it's restarting. So something's failed.
No, we are on unzip Vault, guys. We are on unzip Vault. It's not everything is finished.
You need a capital V.
Yeah, that's the handle. Your handle as well.
Yeah.
Where is that? Capital V restart.
Yeah. In the change that to a lowercase.
So the way handlers work is right at the very end they run. So this should be safe to run on a blank server.
Yeah, it just failed to do it because it couldn't find the handler you're talking about.
Let's see.
That's interesting though that it like looks for the handler at that point.
Well, it's trying to notify. It's trying to queue it up, I guess.
Yeah.
And if it can't find it, it's queue.
Like the way it's interesting the way that's the way the queuing works.
Okay, so even though it doesn't have to do it now, it would still look for it. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we started now. That worked fine. This should change now, hopefully. Nope.
You need a port.
Yes, about that. That makes sense. 8200. Also, do I need to worry about it? I don't know if it's HTTP or whatever it's using.
I think it's does Chrome default to HTTPS.
I mean, maybe log into Box and just see what's going on.
Yeah, hold status.
You'll need to change.
Oh yeah, we need to do the export part, but I don't want to do it manually. Also,
I mean, connection refused means the server's not.
It will give you a connection refused if you hit the wrong port.
Oh yeah, with HTTPS.
Yeah. You have to start.
No.
Dash U fault.
And then less. All right. Let's see what.
Config isn't a thing.
Where are you reading already? I just got here, man.
I don't know. It all disappeared when you started like dragging things around, but that was the error.
I can see.
You mean at the beginning?
Is it just config for Vault and you pass it a file rather than config the?
Oh, you mean this part here? Okay. Vault test incidents of the flag provided, but not. Oh, interesting. No.
Now you're on the box and have Vault. Maybe see what the syntax is. Just like Vault server -- help. Config. Yeah, it's just config and the location.
Did you go? Oh no, I'm not.
You have scrolled past it.
Damn, I missed it. Come on. Oh, there it is. Yay.
Oh, so that can take a directory. So it's instead of what it is, you just need to specify config.
So we just need to change it to in here.
Service file, templates, service.
Service and then config.
This is the stuff I wish they would standardize between the products. Like, why is it config on one and just config on the other, and they do the same thing?
I feel like console you more often have separate config files for. I don't think I've seen someone do separate config files for Vault. I don't know if I assume it would work, but
yeah, Vault says it can be a directory.
I'm going to go straight to the UI.
Yeah.
Failed.
Why do that? And we can just find out why again. This time around, it should be at the bottom. Failed to start.
Literal not terminated, line 7 of your config.
Config.acl line 7. This part.
Yep, you got double quotes before data.
That is unfortunate. I might as well just do -f. Let's see.
So can we update the line at the top of the service file so it doesn't say HashiCorp evolved to service mesh solution?
What do you mean? Is that what Vault's for?
What are you talking about?
It works if you go to the URL.
Yeah, we're good now.
Who can unseal it first and get the keys?
Yay, Vault is sealed. Okay, so, sorry, before we wrap this up, let's go change this part as well. A Vault is service. Yeah, they actually have on their page itself a service file for you that you can grab as well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the one we're using is very similar to the one they recommend.
Yeah. The only reason I'm saying that is because I don't know what they call it.
Secret management solution or an identity management solution, depending on, I guess, when the service file was written.
It's probably secrets management solution.
Yeah, I expect so these days.
Yeah, let's just do that then.
I tried really hard to find something which told me how to write this page. And there's just like no good information about like what you can do in the service file and how it actually works.
I saw a couple of tutorials because when I was doing the service file for Factorio, because essentially there isn't just like a boilerplate service file that you can use for a game server. It's like, so I was like, I had to learn a little bit about it to get it. So there's a couple of things in there that I have. It's like wait until the networks are wanted by multi-user instead of like enabling them. And there's a certain thing you can specify stuff like this directory shouldn't be empty. This service should have started before this one. So it's quite cool what it can do. But it's kind of, it's quite muddy. I think there is a big like core or like this is everything a service file can do, but it's a real dense read.
Yeah. Are we happy that we've got Vault up running?
Yeah, I
Did
am
you
happy.
seal it and prove that it works before we just do it through?
I mean, we can see what else can we prove that it works?
Just do we can unseal and get it to.
Yeah. And this time around, I'm happy to share everyone the keys as well. You know, let's do this.
Yeah, this is not going to live very long after the stream, so these keys are going to be.
Oh yeah. Export. We have to export Vault ADDR.
Full caps.
Oh yeah.
At this point, you're probably better off doing it via the GUI.
But for those that need to know what this is, we have to export this first, and then give it an address, which is I think is vault.devcast.
I think you need to specify a schema.
No, really?
Yeah, you have to go HTTP.
Yeah.
8200.
You might get away with it.
It's not S, right? So it should be fine. Let's see. Yeah, nah. He might
you need
be
to specify a schema. I have done that. I've done that many a times.
All right, let's try again now. Yep, he's right.
That's very slow to come back.
So, guys, please take note of the unsealed keys, 5 of them, root token as well. So now that it's unsealed, let's check it out.
It's not unsealed. It's initialized.
It's initialized, sorry. Ignore my words. Oh.
You need to type in 3 of those keys.
Yeah.
To use let's just unseal.
Yeah, that'll be next week. All right, we'll do auto unseal. For now, let's do another one.
Yeah, I guess if we do this correctly, we should in theory be able to do it all on stream and not have anything shown because the keys would be encrypted by our PGP keys.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then we just share
them.
Or if you want to do, you can do PGP through key
Keybase.
Key
There
base.
you go, guys. We are logged in and we have our vault address. TLS is disabled. Are you happy that it works, Barnaby?
That looks like a working vault instance to me.
Thank you. All right. Now that Barnaby is satisfied, we are happy to call it a day.
Time
You
to
got
toe
places to
down.
do or something? You seem in an awful rush.
I'm not in a rush. I just have to go to office tomorrow.
You
At least
just
get an early night.
right.
Nah.
In
All
that
right.
case, as Wally is so desperate to be elsewhere, we will call it quits. And we can come back next week and we can fiddle around for an hour with TLS certificates because that's always fun.
We've not done enough TLS recently, obviously.
Yeah.
Was it
No,
learning
no.
by repetition is the best way to do it?
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we'll get the padlock fault and then we'll maybe look at doing auto unseal as well in a nice way, so we can have it in a more reliable fashion. Just need to do an init. But yeah, so come join us next week and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.